I'm just going to say just a brief word about Linda. But
we met in Davis.
I'm Rachel Bordoli. I'm a board member of the San Francisco Vegan Society, and it's my pleasure to introduce Linda Middlesworth, our second speaker of the day. Linda is a complete inspiration. Her own story of addressing her health issues, multiple health issues through a whole food plant-based diet is truly an inspiration. Linda is here as the founder of VeganMentor. She's also a Food for Life instructor, certified Food for Life instructor, and her presentation is Brainwashed. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you so much for that nice introduction, honey. Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me all right? Okay, good. I'm going to show you my story in the slides, so we don't have to talk about it right now. But I like the word brainwashed because none of us were born vegan. I mean, I don't know anybody yet. Do you guys know anybody who was born vegan? You have one. You're my first one. Wow, that is amazing. I never hear that. So I'd like to talk to you later about that. Is that person still with us? Is that person still alive? Okay. Can I talk to that person? I couldn't hear that. Oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go to the next slide. I think I am.
Could it be that one?
Oh. Which one was that? Okay. Does anybody know the difference between these three things? I just want to go over it in case you're doubtful, because carnism is the concept used in discussions of humanity's relation to other animals, defined as prevailing ideology in which people support the use and consumption of animal products. And vegetarianism means to just eat plants, dairy, and eggs. And veganism was coined by Donald Watson. It's not even a diet. Most people think the vegan word means diet. It has nothing to do with diet. Nothing. Donald Watson created that word vegan in 1944, the year I was born. And I think there's something to that. So it's an ethical philosophy, meaning don't do any harm to any sentient being. And I'm talking about an insect, to any animal, to your dog, to a mouse, to any animal, and also fish and insects, everything. Don't do harm the best you can. It's impossible not to hurt some things when you drive your car, like the insects you hit, right? But you do the best you can. That's what we ask when you're vegan. That's the best we ask, okay. Now, we're so innocent as a baby, and we have to learn from everybody else what to do, because we're just a baby. I remember forcing fish food and Gerber food down my baby. She didn't like it. I said, you have to eat it, honey. It's for your protein. I didn't know. And we do that. You know, ice cream is highly addictive. And then we teach them to eat these horrible non-foods. They're all processed with a charm inside. Then we give them anything they want in the grocery store because they begged 3 times, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Heart disease by the age of 10 is not uncommon. Nearly all kids have fatty streaks in their arteries. And that is so many kids to be at risk, even when they're young. We have little girls who get breasts at the age of 10. And of course, when I go by all those fast food joints, the cars are lined up forever. I keep wanting to jump out of my car and go, wait, no, come over here. This restaurant, this is a good one. That one, that's not good for you. People don't even cook their food at home anymore. It's so inconvenient to cook at home. So they just drive through the line and eat in the car. And of course, cigarettes are addictive, you know that. And this is the horrible thing we do to cows. If you really want to watch a great 5-minute video on your own after this, it's called Dairy is Scary. It's the best 5-minute video I've ever seen in my life. Shows the whole process of what we do to cows in 5 minutes. And I give it to all my new clients because I'm a coach, and I help people get off of dairy that way. That one video often does it. So the casing, which helps the baby return to the mother, is what we get when we eat dairy. So I was so addicted to dairy, I couldn't walk by the refrigerator without grabbing a piece because I had to have it. I had to have it every time I went by that refrigerator to get ice cream, yogurt, anything with dairy. I was so addicted. In fact, a friend of mine said 36 years ago when I started, she said, "Linda, you have to give up dairy." And I said, "No way." I was going to slug her because I didn't want to give up my dairy. I'll give up my meat, I said, no problem, but I'm not giving up my dairy. I was so addicted. It's like an alcoholic who needs their alcohol. So milk is touted for helping osteoporosis. Well, guess what? It's the opposite. But the media has you believing that we need this for our bones. I thought that too. I was 44 before I found out that milk actually takes calcium from your bones and gives you osteoporosis. But the marketing by the dairy industry and the subsidies we give the dairy industry by the billions of dollars make sure that we don't know that. So processed meat, those are really bad. I mean, all meat is bad. All animal protein will give you cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, all animal protein. But those are particularly bad. This is a great book if you want to know how to fix your bones. Don't just keep getting those bone tests and the doctor's scaring you to death. I'll tell you why. You read that book and then write to me. I'll tell you why. Okay, it gives you cancer. Dairy is our #1 source of cancer, over beef or chicken or anything else. Okay, which one looks better to you? Now, the next 3 slides are from my friend Jan Liband. Anyway, he showed me this slide, and I had to show you. 90% of our, I think you saw that in the last speaker, but 90% of our large predatory fish are wiped out since the 1950s. 40% of fish are bycatch. You know, those cute little turtles and everything? It's horrible. By 2048, we're not going to have anything left. There's a little girl already with breasts. This is my friend Mary Matosian. She wrote this wonderful book, and the reason I love it is it's scientifically backed. She's a BSN she's a BSN. Can you hear me? What? Do I have a problem? Oh, okay. Does that help? Is that better? No? Is it closer now? Is that better? Yeah? A little? Okay, she has a BSN in nursing and she has an economic degree, and her husband's a doctor, and she wrote this beautiful book, which I love because it is so simply written on a 5th grade level, and it has cartoons, so it's not a big book. It's only 141 pages. Please get that book to give new people who are just learning about this diet. This is a great book, too. It goes over everything and why we're stuck in the matrix. Is it better? And another great book, Food is Climate, by Glenn Mercer. Love this book. Okay, a lot of people don't know what's in our vegan food even. Even our vegan food, they hide this stuff. I mean, they have chicken fat in women's cosmetics. Most women's cosmetics are made with chicken fat. Look at the things in these companies. Look at the beeswax, casein, carmine. Do you know those Starbucks strawberry shakes or strawberry anything are made with carmine bugs, little red bugs, to make the red color? And the red color is made with 40,000 bugs at once for a few shakes. Yeah. And they put that in candy, like the red gummy candy, licorice. Those are made from carmine bugs. And this is your fur. More fur. And I'd like you to know, how many animals do you need to make one fur coat? It takes 150 to 300 chinchillas, 200 to 250 squirrels, 50 to 60 minks, 15 to 40 foxes for one fur coat. And this is painful, very painful. That's your purse, alligator. Whoops. Gucci does this. Gucci, you know those really expensive bags? They hammer them over the head. Don't believe in free-range eggs or humanely grown beef. That's a big myth. You can go over to greenwashing at IDA and see it yourself. It is horrible what they do. It is not humane. Free-range eggs are horrible. They're packed in, I'll show you. They're packed like that. That's your free-range egg. They can't stand up anymore, and they begin antibiotics, and they feed them so much they can't walk. They can't get to the water even. So I know so many people who buy free-range eggs. Entertainment. I'm going to go fast because I have a lot of slides. There you are. That's your cow. This is about the environment. Deforestation comes mainly from our animal agriculture. We're using up our arable land that should be feeding people. We have a starvation thing going on in the world, and we should be feeding people, not cows, to murder them and breed them. Okay. To me, a cow is a dog, is a pig, is a bear, is a boy. One tuna went for $3 million. And then you get cancer and mercury from it too, and PCBs. Agripulse. There's so much money paid, and we taxpayers pay for it. We actually pay for it. $59 billion for the ag industry, and they only give out $124 million for the plant-based. Those are the movies I'd like you to watch. Okay, that's me before and after. 1940, when I was 44, I was looking like that. I was teaching 25 classes a week of aerobics. That's me a few weeks ago in my aerobics class. I'm still teaching kickboxing and weight training. Age 80, I'm the oldest instructor in 62 gyms. This man saved my life. Unfortunately, he passed away in June. but he saved my life. I would have been dead with my cancer, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, overweight. I would have been dead. That's the book I use to coach with, from Dr. John McDougall. And I read those two books 36 years ago. And then I started the Sacramento Vegan Society, which now has 5,500 people in it. Yeah, and you can join too, because I have online events. I put on speaker events. Dr. T. Colin Campbell, Dr. McDougall used to be there, Dr. Clapper, Dr. Bernard, you know. I do tabling for it. That's my business. Go over to my table over here if you know anybody struggling with their weight, cancer, diabetes, or any health problem, heart disease. I will help you. I will coach you right out of it. That's one of my clients. Her sister had diabetes for 27 years, and they were both over 100 pounds overweight, and they came to my aerobics class to lose weight, and I said, you're not going to lose a pound. And they said, what? So they came after class, and I said, you got to change the food. They did. She got rid of her diabetes after 27 years in 5 weeks, and they both lost over 100 pounds. This is my boss, Dr. Neil Bernard. I'm a Food for Life instructor, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. I just taught cancer class at the University of Sacramento yesterday. That's my business card. This is our food. That's the cancer book I want you to get if you have cancer or know anybody who does have cancer. Okay. Did we see that one already? Oh, we saw that. Dr. T. Colin Campbell is a good friend of mine. I'm on the board of the Center for Nutritional Studies with him. I had him as a speaker in Sacramento a couple times. So dairy, as I told you before, is really harmful. It's the casein in the milk that makes you not want to stop. Makes you want to eat it over and over. And dairy is a chemical cocktail, and it has all these other things in it. I like the pus part, don't you? And look at the cholesterol. Look at eggs. How do we get addicted? Advertising. We make our children eat the food. I'm going the wrong way. That's the diabetes book I use if you have diabetes. How did I get so far the wrong way? Sorry, guys. I want to go forward. Oh, that's forward. Thank you. Sorry, guys, I keep hitting the wrong button. We're getting there. So, these are the causes of death. Let's see. So, going the wrong way again. How did I get there? I want to go forward. Oh, what happened? Okay, right there's good. Oh, we didn't see that one. We didn't see that slide, right? No. Okay, we celebrate this big people in this country. I'm sorry, but that's not healthy. And this is the cholesterol oxidized when you eat animal products or oil. This is okay, this is calorie density. Have you all seen this before? Yeah. Well, you haven't? Okay. Well, it takes more. Your stomach doesn't fill up when you eat oil or animal. But when you eat plants, your stomach fills up so you feel full. 1 tablespoon of olive oil is 24 olives. So eat the olives, not the oil. This is the power plate. Dairy is on our power plate, but in Canada, they just took dairy off of their nutrition guide. So I'm very happy about that. Look at all the calcium we can get in food. If you want to take a picture, that's a good one. Because people all say, where do I get my calcium? Right? So that's a good one to have a picture of. When I first went vegan, I ate the processed food. And I couldn't get rid of my last 25 pounds because of it. But it was good. And then I moved to whole food. And I help people go right there. So these are the things that have dopamine, right? And Dr. Greger tells us that even a little bit of alcohol causes cancer, so leave that off too. I used to have a glass of wine every night, and you know what my favorite dinner was back then? I would have 4 bags of French fries and a glass of wine. That was my birthday dinner because that's what I wanted more than anything. Followed by ice cream. So your genes, you can actually change your genes, guys. Don't add oil. So I think you saw this slide in the last speaker. These are my friends. They're plant-based. He's an opera singer, and look at that guy. He's an opera singer and a musician. This is my son. Whoop. This is my son. He runs a marathon every 3 days, and he's plant-based. He's 55. Me doing Food for Life class. My boss. And Dr. Esselson was my speaker in Sacramento as well. He's the leading heart disease reversing doctor. So if you have heart disease, get a hold of me and I'll help you with that. I like this one. A lot of men don't know this. And we're way up there on the bad list on the top. And this is why we shouldn't be eating fish. A lot of people don't know how intelligent they are, by our standards even. They don't know that they feel pain. I didn't think so back then. But they feel pain just like your dog does or you do. And we do the most horrendous things to fish. So if you'd like the picture of that, would be a really good one too. Because so many people think fish is the best food ever to be eating. We kill more fish than any other animal. These are my before and afters for my clients. That's my granddaughter, and she's very skinny on a keto diet, and I can't do a thing about it. But doing a keto diet is like getting sick to get skinny. And she might have to have her kidneys replaced and heart disease for sure. Okay, I love this from Brenda Davis. We need to start thinking about the consequences of our choices beyond ourselves. It makes no sense for the human population to be getting their calories from sources that cause intense pain. I love this saying more than anything. And destroy the planet in the process. This is what we should be doing with the animals. And I think you saw that with the last speaker. Find your purpose and tell the truth, guys. When you start telling the truth, I tell the truth every day. I get 3 or 4 vegans every day. You know how I do it? I don't say go vegan. No. I do it by example. They say, oh, you can't be 80. And I said, oh yeah, I've been plant-based for 36 years. What is that? Conversation going. Or at the grocery store, they say, wow, you have a lot of potatoes. You eat that many? Oh, yeah, I eat 10 potatoes a day. Why? Again, open up. Or I wear something that says vegan and they say, you know, I could never be vegan. And I said, oh, I know what you mean. I said that 36 years ago. You invite them in that way. And I thought the same thing, and then I got rid of my heart disease and my cancer and my obesity and my diabetes, and I feel great. And I'm 80. And I say, feel the muscles, baby. Yeah, that's what I do. That's how I get them in. I get 1 or 2 or 4 people a day. Even my Apple Care, when I have a problem with my computer, I call Apple Care. And they say, at the end of the conversation, they help me. I said, hey, by the way, are you vegan yet? Because I don't know them, right? And they said, oh, no, I've been thinking about it. Oh, no. What is that? There we go. I have so many people. They're not supposed to get my information, but they take it. And then I'm helping them. I got my ears fixed the other day at the nurse's station, and she said, your chart says you're 80. That can't be right. And your jacket says you're vegan? I said, yeah, I've been vegan for 36 years. And she, at the end of fixing my ear, I said I would coach her. She needs to lose some weight. And she said, can I give you a hug? I said, sure. So the other day I had my 2 cute pit bulls in the car, and I'm driving on an errand, and I have the window down, and the big truck next to me has a man inside. And he said, your dogs are so cute. And I said, yeah, they are. They're rescue. And he says, oh, I have one at home too. And then before the light changed, I said, I better say my sentence. I said, be sure and go vegan. Like that. And he said, I am. I said, you're vegan? He said, don't you remember me? You used to get your oil changed a few years ago, and you told me the movies to watch. I did, and I'm vegan. So anyway, that was the best day ever. He goes, I'm Nick, remember? And I said, oh, you're Nick. I know I recognize you. And, oh, I'm so proud of you. Bye. So every day I get somebody, I talk about it with somebody to help them go vegan. And I do it in a backward kind of way so they don't feel like I forced them into it. They're interested in what I'm doing and saying. Of course, I'm a loudmouth anyway and an extrovert, so I talk a lot. Not everybody's going to do it the way I do it, right? Some people are too shy to wear something that says vegan on it, or they're too shy to just approach people like I do. That's okay. You can find your way to do it. But every day we need to get the message out, guys. We need to let people know that we don't have to harm animals. Even though I'm a health coach, my #1 reason for doing this is for the animals. They do not have a choice. They need us. Every night I cry a little bit about the animals. The little baby piglets are 6 months old. You know, I cry about the animals. So anyway, just do it your own way, but try to pass the word along in some way. My friend over there, she hands out the compassion pamphlets in the meat market. She just lays them down on the cheese and then she runs away. You know, and we, at UC Davis, we put information about what's happening to the primates on everybody's car window. You know, do it your own way. You might not choose to do that way. I get arrested and everything when I do it too. I'm a big animal rights activist as well. So you can write newspapers about it because they're always saying things, rodeo, yay, yay, and you can make a comment about it, right? So do it your own way. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Anyway, what time is it? Oh, we have a few more minutes. Okay, so I can rattle at you some more. Don't leave me yet. So I see my friend Chef AJ over there in that pretty jacket. Anyway, she has a great book. You want to do the book signing later. Oh my God, the recipes in there are incredible. They're all gluten-free and yummy. Yes?
I'd love to know what your sort of top 3 tips are when you're working with people. So those before and after shots were really inspiring, just amazing transformation in a relatively short space of time. Like, what would you say are the most important things that you do with clients to help them make that huge change?
First of all, you have to not blame them. And they have to feel not blamed. And they have to feel like I care about them. And I start with, I used to be overweight, I get it. Even if it's not as much as they are, I just say, I get it. I didn't know what to do. I did Weight Watchers, all kinds of diets, nothing worked. So I really get it. But here's what we're going to do. I say, we're going to be pretty strict at first, because in order to take weight off, that's what we have to do. And sometimes they complain, oh, this doesn't taste good, or it's boring, or whatever. And I have to say, we need to find some recipes that you like to make them more interesting then. Because in order for you to really take that weight off, I need to be strict. And they said, oh my God, no oil, salt, or sugar, Linda? Come on. I've always used that. And everything tastes kind of bland when you first do that. But then I show them how to make combinations that are more interesting. And mainly I have to be careful not to overstep and say, you got to do this, you got to do that. And sometimes they'll fall off the wagon, and I used to say goodbye, but now I don't. I say, let's try again, because you started really well, let's go back to that. I keep encouraging them where they were, and that's it. Yeah, that's the best. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Does anybody else want to tell me how you became vegan, or are you not vegan yet? Are you transitioning? Let me know.
Hi, my name is Deb. I became vegan because in my pursuit of my midwifery education in 1980, I decided to drive to a place called The Farm in Tennessee, Stephen Gaskin's farm. It was a commune of vegans. They used the word complete vegetarian. And I went there to learn from the midwives, who are world class and continue to be. But I also discovered a way of eating. Their mission was, if we go vegan, more people on the planet will be able to eat. So that was my introduction way back.
Very nice. That's very good. Anybody else want to share how they became aware, or you're not quite there yet? We don't blame you for that. We don't care. We just want to help you. We want to talk to you, but we don't want to blame you for it. Anybody else want to say how they awakened? Everybody's looking down.
My start with veganism began with an autoimmune disease and being on a lot of medications and more medications to deal with the side effects, until I had a whole drawer full of medications and I was feeling terrible. My original symptoms were gone, but I had just so many other problems, and I was miserable, and I was only 37. And so when I made the change I discovered Dr. Greger's book, and over a weekend, I just eliminated all animal products from my diet, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and I was able to get off my meds very quickly, actually. Isn't it amazing? And my blood tests are perfect, and it's many years later, so yeah.
That's beautiful. Not everybody can do that. Medications have side effects. You know what the #1 drug they hand out is? Statins. They hand it out every time your blood pressure goes up a little bit or your cholesterol goes up a little bit. We need cholesterol. I have 385 cholesterol for 36 years. I talked to Dr. John McDougall. He said, get a CT scan. I did. My calcium score is 0. He said, don't worry about it. I don't have any problem with it. So, we can't just do what the doctor said. You have to question everything. When they hand you statins, statins actually cause dementia and muscle weakness. And so don't just take it. Find out the science. You can write to me, I'll give you the doctor to talk to. Okay? So, anybody else like to say anything?
I just have a question for you. So you've been vegan for 37 years, 36 years, almost 37. So over that time, has your diet style changed? Like I know you started on starch solution. Have you stuck with like that the whole time, or has it changed throughout the years?
First couple of years, I was eating processed food. And then after that, I got into the starch solution with Dr. McDougall, and I haven't changed. I am eating 10 to 12 potatoes a day. You know, the Yukon Gold or the sweet potato. And that's how I lost my weight, because potatoes are 1% fat. And they're a complete protein. Eat that and a little broccoli and you're done, right? So I eat a lot of potatoes, but I also eat beans and rice, but I eat mostly potatoes. And I eat a lot of veggies, colorful veggies from every color in the world. I eat eggplant and zucchini and broccoli, a lot of broccoli. Broccoli's really good for you. Broccoli has sulforaphane in it, and that fights toxins in your body. And I eat some raw broccoli, because it even goes higher with raw broccoli, but it has other nutrients when you cook it, so eat it both ways. But anyway, yeah, no, I love my food. I never get tired of it. I add things to it here and there. I make different dishes. I'll make a shepherd's pie, you know, something like that. But I'm so lazy and I'm so busy every day. I just basically microwave my potatoes, like a whole pile of them. And I put it on for 37 minutes because there's a big pile. And then I eat those all day long because I'm so busy. So sometimes I put big Instant Pot soups on, you know, things like that. But basically, I eat a lot of potatoes, and they're so healthy for you. Dr. McDougall said you could live on potatoes and broccoli the rest of your life. I said, okay, I'll take it. But I'm easy to please, so not everybody will do that, right? But you can find great recipes to make it taste good. But yeah, I know it wasn't hard for me to do that. Good question, thank you. Anybody else have a question?
Hi, I've been raw vegan for 25 years, and 25. Raw vegan, not just, because I had a massive heart attack 25 years ago, and they diagnosed me with diabetes. So I decided I wasn't going to go on medication. So I cold turkey, went on raw, and I've tweaked my diet over the time. And it's so interesting now because I make a lot of the recipes. I make raw bread, I make raw Parmesan cheese, I make raw cashew yogurt. So I don't feel deprived. And I'm 78, and no medication, not even aspirin.
Beautiful story, that's it. I encourage a lot of raw, if not all raw. There's nothing wrong with that diet either. That's a great diet. You get off all your medication. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your being here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the time here at the event.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Linda. Please let's have a round of applause for Linda. And our next speaker is Dr. Alan Goldhammer. Just bear with us a couple of minutes while we get him set up. Thank you.